Today we're going to be talking a little bit about hoof picking. First thing you want to do is touch your horse. Make sure your horse knows you're there. Run a soft hand down his leg. When he picks up his hoof, make sure you hold it firmly. He needs to feel secure so that you're not going to drop his hoof. Place your feet aimed towards the back of your horse. When you hold his hoof, make sure you hold the hoof, not just the ankle. When you hold just the ankle, it doesn't give your horse enough support and his hoof flops around as you try to pick it out. This is uncomfortable for your horse. Instead, place your hand under the hoof. Then when you pick, it's firmly supported. Always pick from the heel toward the toe. That way you won't grab any rocks and dig them in deeper. This is a picture of Marissa picking out Dylan's foot. Notice he has no shoe. It's the same motion, just a little different feel without the shoe. The frog is the V-shaped area in the front. You can pick pretty firmly, but make sure you don't dig the tip of the hoof pick into that frog. It's much softer than the outside of the hoof wall there. This is a picture of a cleaned out hoof. No rocks in any of the crevices. When you set the foot down, make sure you set it down very gently. As you're picking, always check for loose shoes, loose nails, shoes that don't seem to fit square. This is a picture of a sprung shoe on Jackson. This can be very uncomfortable for him to walk on. You'll want to make sure that your instructor knows this has happened. Back feet are just the same. Place your hand on the horse's hoof. You can give a little squeeze and make sure you support the hoof very carefully under the hoof and not on the ankle part. A little push on your horse might help him readjust his weight so that it's easier for him to pick up a foot. And again, pick from the heel toward the toe. When you set the hoof down, make sure you set it down gently. Dropping it suddenly causes your horse some distress. Again, make sure you're facing the rear of your horse and watch so that your feet are out of the way should your horse suddenly become unbalanced and have to put his foot down. Sometimes it takes a minute for your horse to get enough balance in order to pick up one of his hooves. So as you're doing this, make sure you take a big deep breath and let him move around a little bit when you ask him to pick up his foot. Some of the horses are uncomfortable holding their feet very high. Here's a picture of Mac. We all know he's stiff in the back. So it takes him a little time to pick up his hoof. Stacy can nudge him with her hip. But when he picks it up, he doesn't have to hold it very high for Stacy to be able to clean it out. Having stiff old ankles like Mac make it uncomfortable for him to lift up his hoof very high. And he'll take his time setting it down. If you have any questions, need further confirmation, or some other tips, ask your instructor. And thanks for listening.